Good morning. Good morning. This is Elizabeth Griffin, your indie author from South Philadelphia, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please take a moment and do so, and definitely leave a thumbs up. You can also share my video with others. So today I'm excited to talk to you about NIKKI SLOANE. This morning I got up and I watched her video, which was entitled Hot with Plot. She's a USA Today's bestseller author, and she writes erotic romance. She writes BDSM. She also does dark romances, and she stated in her video that she is bisexual, and 50% of her characters are bisexual, and she's a bisexual female. So I was excited to listen to her presentation, and I learned quite a bit about it. And she mentioned that with her characters, sometimes she has their sex scenes driven by the characters that they are. And she also mentioned that in the beginning of her love scenes, she may write scenes where it's all physical and lust filled, and it's on that level. But as the story progresses and as the characters get to know each other, the love scenes do still have that passion and that sensation, but they also are infused with emotion, the emotional side of it. So I thought that was interesting to see how the love scenes can progress on a physical and emotional level, and that you can view this. And she was saying that in your love scenes, it tells a lot about your characters, and you see it all on page. You see the physical side of it. You get to see them interacting with each other. And when you are intimate with someone, you lay yourself bare. You expose all of you. So you get to see that in these scenes. She also mentioned that she uses external stimuli to help her create her love scenes. Sometimes she may look at porn, depending on what type of scene she wants to write. She also can look at, she says, black and white photos that are more sensual and evoke another type of emotion. And as I've mentioned in my previous video, that music can also lend itself to helping you get into the emotional frame of mind to write love scenes or particular scenes that could be difficult. She mentioned that some writers find it hard to write love scenes, so when they're telling their story, they may leave blanks in their writing and decide to go back later and fill those love scenes in. I don't particularly like that method because I think the love scenes should be organic and they should grow out of the storytelling, and that you as a writer should anticipate those love scenes as well or as much as your reader would. And so that if there's a buildup in the storytelling, so you're anxious and excited about seeing these two people do their first kiss or have their first intimate moment. You're excited about this. And when you're excited as a writer, it comes across in your writing. So I like when she mentioned that in her presentation. She also mentioned that some love scenes can go wrong, and when they go wrong, they also tell you something about the characters. And she gave examples such as, what if you're in the shower and you're having this intimate moment with someone, and then the hot water goes out? You know, how do the characters react? This tells you something about them. Or if they're on a piece of furniture and the furniture breaks or malfunctions, what happens? How do they react? So I like those moments when she talked about the scenes that can go wrong and how they can add an element of surprise and an element of excitement in the writing. Everything doesn't always have to go right. Everything doesn't always have to be perfect. And I like that. She also mentioned language, and she was saying, be particular in the language that you use with your characters. Some readers don't particularly like certain harsh words such as cock or cunt or things like that. They find them offensive. And then other people like to use medical terms such as penis or scrotum, things like that. So you have to find a balance, what works for you. For me, if I'm writing a medical love story, I may use some medical terms, or I may play with the language in a way that it's medical based, but you get the feeling of what I'm trying to say, and you understand the anatomy parts that I'm talking about. And then you can combine the two, and you can also create your own language, your own words describing the vagina or the penis or the scrotums or the anus. You can play around and find your own language and your own way of telling it. And each character will use different words. So I liked when she focused on language and how that is important in the storytelling. And even when you write your love scene, you can go back and look at the language and say, how will that particular word be perceived by my audience? Will they find it offensive? Will it knock them out of the story? Like, you could be reading a love scene and you're just all in the moment, and then that word "cock" comes up and it destroys the moment, or "cunt" and it destroys the moment. For me, I don't like the word "pussy." I do not like that word. So if I use it, there is a real reason why. So as I said, you definitely need to check out Romance Writers of America Conference. A lot of the videos will be online until the end of the year. And I'm assuming, don't hold me to this, you have to do your homework. I'm assuming that if you don't enroll and become a part of this presentation now, I think the deadline has been hit. I believe if you become a Romance Writers of America member, you will have access to those platforms during the year. I'll confirm this, but I do believe it, because I read somewhere where they said that the Romance Writers members will have access till the end of the year. They won't have access now unless they pay that fee for the conference. But at the end of the year, they do get that benefit of looking at those videos and learning from them. And I love the platform. I love their schedule. I listened to Audiobooks 101 yesterday. I listened to Growth, and watched as well, because it's a video and an audio, and growth hacking, which we will talk about in the future, and we will also talk about the audiobooks. So a lot of the workshops that I attended, I will talk to you about them and just give you a synopsis, and definitely you can go to the platform and check it out for yourself. So I am running late because this is my third take on the video. I made a couple of major blunders in the past one, so I couldn't upload those. So hopefully this is a better presentation, and I hope it has been helpful and inspiring. Definitely write on, because writing romance is amazing. So I'm late, but I'm going to jog to my daughter's. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to do a whole day event, and I will join you again in the future. So as always, love, peace, joy, and happiness. Till next time, bye-bye.